Last month, a driver came in frustrated after taking the same daily commute but suddenly needing 2 fill-ups a week. No warning lights, no rough running, nothing felt wrong. And that's the scary part. Your car can feel perfect while quietly burning 30% more fuel behind the scenes. I see this all the time. Smooth engines losing serious MPG with zero symptoms. In just 3 minutes, I'll show you the one number that exposes the problem and the simple fix that stops the fuel loss fast. What's actually happening? Modern engines no longer rely solely on mechanical parts. Almost everything is managed by the engine's computer, the ECU. This computer continuously monitors engine operation and makes small adjustments every second to keep the car smooth, efficient, and reliable. Whether you're cruising on the highway, sitting in traffic, or climbing a hill, the ECU is quietly adjusting fuel delivery to match driving conditions so the engine produces enough power without wasting fuel. And that's what makes this problem so easy to miss. Everything feels perfectly normal while fuel economy quietly slips away. To make these adjustments, the ECU depends on several sensors placed around the engine and exhaust system. These sensors send real-time data that helps the computer determine exactly how much fuel the engine needs at any given moment. One of the most important of these is the upstream oxygen sensor, located in the exhaust system just after the engine. Its job is to measure the amount of oxygen remaining in the exhaust gases after fuel is burned in the cylinders. Using this information, the ECU determines whether the engine is getting the correct fuel mixture. If too much oxygen is detected, the ECU indicates the engine is running lean, meaning insufficient fuel is being used. If oxygen levels are lower, it means more fuel is present. The computer continuously adjusts fuel delivery to maintain balanced combustion. This constant correction is what allows modern cars to deliver good performance while also maintaining strong fuel economy and stable MPG under normal conditions. The problem starts when the oxygen sensor begins to age. Instead of suddenly failing, most sensors slowly lose accuracy or respond more slowly over time. Because this change occurs gradually, drivers often don't notice anything wrong. The engine still runs smoothly, acceleration feels normal, and there are no warning lights, so nothing seems out of place. Smooth driving doesn't always mean you're driving efficiently, and that's exactly why this issue hides so well. But when the sensor becomes slow or slightly inaccurate, the ECU often thinks the engine is running lean. To protect the engine, the computer automatically adds extra fuel. The car still feels normal, but fuel consumption increases. MPG begins to drop, sometimes by several miles per gallon. This means more frequent trips to the gas station. Over weeks and months, this quiet change adds up, costing drivers hundreds in extra fuel without any obvious sign that a small sensor is the real problem. Why there's no warning light? Most drivers believe that if something goes wrong with their car, the check engine light will immediately come on. That assumption makes sense. Modern cars are equipped with sensors that monitor performance and alert drivers when a component fails. But here's the part many people don't realize. Sensors rarely fail suddenly. Instead, they gradually drift from accuracy over time. The oxygen sensor may still be working, but it no longer responds as quickly, or as precisely as it did when new. Instead of switching rapidly between rich and lean voltage signals multiple times per second, it reacts more slowly, sending delayed or slightly inaccurate information to the engine computer. Because the sensor is still operating, just not perfectly, the ECU often doesn't recognize this as a fault. From the computer's perspective, the sensor hasn't completely failed, so there's no reason to trigger a warning light. That means you can drive for months with a weak sensor and never see a check engine light. But no warning light doesn't mean nothing's wrong. It just means the problem hasn't crossed the failure threshold yet. Meanwhile, those small inaccuracies start creating a bigger problem behind the scenes. Even slight errors in oxygen readings can cause the engine to use more fuel than necessary. In some cases, fuel economy can drop significantly, even 15 to 30%, without triggering a warning light. To keep the engine running smoothly, the ECU automatically compensates for a perceived lean condition by adding additional fuel. This prevents hesitation, rough idle, or stalling, so the car still feels normal when you drive it. There are no unusual sounds, no performance warning signs, and nothing obvious indicating that something is wrong. The engine continues to run smoothly, which is exactly why the problem goes unnoticed. But while everything feels fine from the driver's seat, your fuel gauge tells a different story. You start filling up more often, thinking maybe traffic is worse, fuel quality changed, or the car is just getting older. In reality, a slowly aging sensor is quietly increasing fuel consumption every time you drive. And because there's no warning light and no major drivability issues, most drivers don't realize what's happening until they've already spent hundreds of dollars extra on fuel. When the car feels fine but your fuel costs keep climbing, this is the first place you should check. Warning signs you should notice. Now here's the part most drivers experience but rarely connect to a sensor problem. The first thing people notice is the fuel gauge dropping faster than usual. You haven't changed your route, driving habits, or commute distance, yet you're stopping for gas more often. At first it feels minor, maybe just a bad tank of fuel or heavier traffic, but then you realize your MPG has clearly dropped compared to what you normally get from your car. Another subtle clue is a faint fuel smell, especially during cold starts or when the engine is warming up. It's not strong enough to alarm you, but it's noticeable if you pay attention. This happens because extra fuel is being burned as the engine computer is trying to compensate for what it thinks is a lean condition. The car may also feel slightly less responsive when you press the accelerator. Nothing dramatic, just a small loss of sharpness, like the engine isn't quite as eager as it used to be. If you happen to use a basic OBD2 scanner or diagnostic app, you might also notice higher fuel trim numbers. In simple terms, fuel trims indicate how much extra fuel the engine computer adds to keep the engine running smoothly. When these numbers stay higher than normal, it's often a sign that the system is compensating for incorrect sensor readings. The tricky part is that none of these symptoms feels serious on its own. The car still starts fine, drives smoothly, and doesn't trigger a warning light. That's exactly why drivers keep going without checking anything. But when all these small signs appear together, they usually indicate a sensor that is slowly feeding incorrect information to the engine, quietly wasting fuel with every mile you drive. Quick sensor response keeps fuel use efficient. Slow response quietly burns more gas every mile. How to test it? The good news here is you don't need to be a mechanic or purchase expensive equipment to check if this sensor is causing your fuel loss. A simple, inexpensive OBD2 scanner is enough, and many of them cost less than a single tank of gas. Most modern scanners plug into your car and connect directly to your phone, showing live engine data in a very easy-to-read format. If you don't own one, many auto parts stores will scan your car for free, so getting this checked is easier than most drivers think. Here's the simple process you want to follow. Number 1. Check long-term fuel trims. This number shows whether the engine computer is adding or subtracting fuel over time. If long-term fuel trim numbers are consistently high on the positive side, it means the computer is adding extra fuel to keep the engine happy. That's often a clue the oxygen sensor may be giving inaccurate readings. Keep in mind that high fuel trims don't automatically mean the oxygen sensor is bad. Vacuum leaks, mass airflow sensor issues, or exhaust leaks can cause similar readings. The goal is to rule things out step by step. Number 2. Look at oxygen sensor activity. Most scanners show live sensor data. A healthy upstream oxygen sensor should switch quickly between rich and lean readings while the engine is warm and idling. You'll see the numbers fluctuate rapidly, means the sensor is responding correctly. Number 3. Watch for slow or stuck readings. A failing sensor may respond slowly or remain stuck on a rich or lean reading for too long. When this happens, the engine computer keeps adding fuel because it thinks something is wrong, and fuel economy suffers. The key thing to remember is you don't need to understand every number on the screen. You're simply looking for quick movement rather than a slow response. Fast switching usually means the sensor is healthy, while slow or stuck readings suggest it's time for replacement. This quick check can help you catch a problem that quietly wastes fuel every day. When the switching is quick, fuel economy stays healthy. When it slows down, your fuel bill starts climbing. The fix. Now let's discuss the solution. Fixing this problem is usually simple and cost-effective. There are 2 practical options depending on the sensor condition and your car's mileage. The goal is to restore accurate readings so your engine stops wasting fuel. Option 1. Cleaning for minor cases only. Sometimes the oxygen sensor gets contaminated by carbon deposits or fuel residues, especially if the engine has been running rich for a while or maintenance has been delayed. In mild cases, carefully cleaning the sensor can temporarily improve its response. This may help if the sensor is only slightly dirty and not yet worn out internally. But here's the honest mechanic's advice. Cleaning is usually a short-term fix. Oxygen sensors operate in extremely hot exhaust gases, and over time, their internal components simply wear out. Cleaning can remove surface contamination, but it cannot restore aging electronics. While this option may improve performance briefly, it rarely provides a lasting solution, especially on higher mileage vehicles. This is why most manufacturers recommend replacement rather than cleaning, since internal sensor components naturally degrade over time. Cleaning it is simple. You'll need a proper O2 sensor socket or wrench, a safe cleaner, gloves, and eye protection. Use a sensor-safe cleaner such as an oxygen sensor cleaner, non-residue electronics or mass airflow sensor cleaner. Avoid harsh chemicals or scraping tools, as these can damage the sensor tip. To clean it, 1. Turn off the engine. 2. Let the exhaust system cool completely before starting. 3. Disconnect the sensor connector and remove the sensor. 4. Spray a sensor-safe cleaner on the sensing tip to dissolve deposits. Do not scrub or scrape it. 5. Allow the sensor to air dry fully without wiping or using compressed air. 6. Reinstall the sensor carefully, tighten gently without over-tightening, and reconnect the wiring. Option 2. Replacement, the recommended solution. For vehicles with over 100,000 miles, replacement is usually the smartest and most reliable fix. Oxygen sensors are considered maintenance items. Many manufacturers recommend inspecting or replacing upstream oxygen sensors around 80,000 to 100,000 miles depending on the vehicle. The good news is that replacement sensors typically cost between $20 and $60 for most vehicles, making this one of the most cost-effective repairs to quickly restore fuel economy. Replacement is straightforward on many vehicles, but taking your time helps avoid mistakes. First, make sure the exhaust system is completely cool before starting work, since exhaust components retain heat for a long time and can cause serious burns. Then locate the upstream oxygen sensor on the exhaust manifold or pipe before the catalytic converter. Access difficulty varies by vehicle, and some sensors may require professional tools if seized. Use a proper oxygen sensor socket or wrench to remove the old sensor safely, which helps prevent rounding or damaging the sensor threads. Install the new sensor carefully, making sure not to over-tighten it, reconnect the wiring, and the job is done. Finally, reconnect the wiring harness firmly so the ECU receives a stable signal, then start the engine and confirm everything is operating smoothly. Some vehicles have tighter access than others, but many DIY drivers complete this job in under an hour. Even if you choose a repair shop, the cost is usually small compared to the fuel savings you'll gain afterward. For best results, choose quality brands such as Bosch, Denso, or NTK to ensure long-lasting performance. ECU Relearn Microplan. After replacing the oxygen sensor, give the ECU time to relearn the new readings. Start by clearing any codes or resetting fuel trims using an OBD2 scanner if available. Then drive normally for about 10 to 15 minutes, including a mix of idle time, steady cruising, and light acceleration. This allows the engine computer to adjust fuel delivery based on accurate data from the new sensor. During this short relearn period, MEPG and throttle response may gradually stabilize as the system fine-tunes itself for efficient performance. What happens if you ignore it? Here's the part many drivers overlook. The car often runs normally even when this issue is present. The engine feels smooth, there are no warning lights, and nothing seems urgent. But when the system keeps adding extra fuel over long periods, small inefficiencies begin stacking up quietly in the background. Nothing dramatic happens overnight, which is exactly why this problem lasts longer than it should. The consequences follow a predictable chain, and it almost always starts the same way. The first stage is lower MPG. Because the engine computer is adding more fuel than necessary, fuel economy drops without obvious warning. You simply notice more frequent trips to the gas station and higher fuel costs. Many drivers assume it's traffic, weather, or age, but the real cause is often a sensor slowly feeding inaccurate information. As excess fuel continues burning, the next part of the chain affects the catalytic converter. Extra unburned fuel reaches the exhaust system, forcing the converter to work harder than designed. Prolonged rich operation can increase converter temperatures and long-term stress, potentially shortening its lifespan. Since catalytic converters are expensive, this becomes one of the most costly outcomes of ignoring a small sensor issue. Inside the engine, the richer fuel mixture begins creating carbon buildup. Deposits form on valves, injectors, and piston surfaces, gradually reducing efficiency and airflow. The engine may need to work harder to produce the same power, and performance can slowly feel less responsive, even though the car still runs. In prolonged rich conditions, unburned fuel can contribute to oil dilution over time. When fuel mixes with oil over time, lubrication weakens, meaning moving parts don't get the protection they need. As oil quality drops, wear increases, and maintenance intervals may shorten. Finally, spark plugs begin to foul sooner because of the richer mixture and carbon deposits. Misfires or rough running may appear later, turning a simple fuel efficiency issue into a larger maintenance problem. The important thing to remember is that this chain builds slowly. It usually begins with lower MPG, and if ignored, the costs keep stacking up from there. How to prevent this problem? Preventing this problem is simple and saves money well before fuel economy starts to decline. A good place to start is keeping the air filter clean. When the air filter becomes clogged, the engine struggles to get enough air. This can affect combustion and fuel mixture. Checking and replacing the air filter at regular service intervals helps the engine breathe properly and keeps fuel efficiency consistent. Another common issue that affects fuel mixture is vacuum leaks. Small cracks or loose hoses allow extra air to enter the engine without being measured. This confuses the engine computer and causes it to adjust fuel delivery incorrectly. Fixing vacuum leaks early helps maintain an accurate fuel mixture and prevents the system from overcompensating. Using decent quality fuel also helps reduce carbon buildup in the combustion chamber and exhaust system. Cleaner combustion keeps sensors and engine components working properly for longer. It doesn't mean you need premium fuel in every car, just fuel from reliable stations that maintain good fuel quality. Finally, remember that oxygen sensors work in extreme exhaust heat every time you drive, so they naturally wear out over time. Once a vehicle passes about 100,000 miles, replacement is usually the smarter decision instead of cleaning. Since aging sensors lose accuracy even if they look fine, cleaning may help in minor cases, but it won't restore internal performance. If you're already at high mileage, replace it and move on. Also avoid cheap, low-quality sensors. They often fail early or give inconsistent readings. Stick with trusted brands, and you'll protect fuel economy, performance, and long-term reliability. Let's wrap this up simply. One small oxygen sensor plays a huge role in how much fuel your engine uses every day. When it becomes slow or inaccurate, fuel economy drops, yet the car still feels normal, and no warning light appears. That's why so many drivers miss it while fuel costs quietly rise. The good news is, the fix is simple and affordable. So if your MPG has dropped and you haven't checked this sensor, start there. And for more hidden car money drain fixes, stay tuned.